America. Made in America. Made in America. Yeah, my old man's that old man. Made in America.
Good morning. Welcome to Fossum Middle School. At this time, we would like to thank our veterans, our students, our staff, and our entire Fossum community for making this day possible. My name is Dr. Camacho, and I am the proud principal here at Fossum Middle School. Today, I would like to welcome you to our Veterans Day ceremony. We are here today to honor our veterans for making the ultimate sacrifice so that we can live in freedom. On behalf of our entire student body, our staff, and our Fossum community, we would like to thank you, veterans, for your service to our country. Although every day is important in our 6 military branches, yesterday was an important day for one particular branch. It marked the 246th birthday of the United States Marine Corps. Veterans, if you served in the Marine Corps, if you can please stand at this time and be acknowledged. Thank you. The Student Historical Society, along with our Fine Arts Department, has worked very hard to produce this wonderful event today. Throughout the program, you will meet our Student Historical Society officers, along with our hardworking and very committed coach, Linda Gonzalez. If you can please stand and recognize at this time. Thank you very much. Next, it is my privilege to introduce to you our Student Historical Society President, 8th grade student, Frida Murillo, who was voted by her peers Frida Murillo was voted by her peers to lead our Student Historical Society as the president, and she has done a wonderful job. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome once again our Student Historical Society President, Frida Murillo.
Good morning. Veterans, on behalf of the student body, teachers, and staff, welcome to Fossum Middle School. My name is Frida Murillo. I am the Student Historical Society's president. Please rise and welcome Nikki Rose, GROTC, who will be posting colors. Reciting the United States Pledge of Allegiance is SHS treasurer Ana Andrade.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas Pledge. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. You may be seated. Thank you.
Singing the Star Spangled Banner is our soloist, 8th grade student, James Humphrey. Please join me for a moment of silence dedicated to our fallen heroes, who will forever be in our memories and in our hearts. I would like to introduce the Fossum Middle School Band, directed by Mr. Bruce Brooker-Key and Miss Marla Durant. Our band will be playing America the Beautiful. Playing next is our Fossum Middle School Orchestra, who will be performing March Heroic by Elliot Del Borgo, directed by Mr. Maciel. Once again, thank you for attending today. Your presence here and those celebrating across America is a tribute to the brave men and women fighting for our freedom. From the young men and women who fought in Vietnam, Korea, Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, and other countries, we commemorate and honor you all. Please know that you are not only honored today, but celebrated every day for your courage, commitment, and dedication to our daily freedoms. We appreciate your sacrifice. Ladies and gentlemen, please give all our veterans a round of applause. We are excited to have many guests today and thank them for attending this special ceremony. A special thank you goes out to our SHS and Fossum parents who helped us decorate the library and gym. Today's ceremony could not have looked as amazing as it does without your support. Thank you to our Fine Arts Department for preparing such an important event, and to our history teachers for promoting our event. As you can see, it takes an army to organize our ceremony. Thank you to our exceptional administrative team for your support. A special thank you goes out to Ms. Linda Gonzalez for arranging this ceremony and encouraging students to take pride in both their country and the many men and women who have served our country. Finally, thank you to all the SHS members for all your hard work and dedication. Please welcome our SHS historian, Eric Rios, who created an iMovie about the importance of recognizing our service members.
I am excited to introduce our guest speaker who has answered the call to serve our great nation. Captain Margil Flores joined the United States Army as a private infantryman in February 1991 during Operation Desert Storm. During the 29 years of service, he went from the rank of private to sergeant first class. From May 2005 to May 2006, he deployed to Afghanistan for Operation Enduring Freedom. In 2009, Captain Flores enrolled to Officer Candidate School and went from second lieutenant to captain. He retired from the service in October 2020 and currently is Army Senior Instructor for Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps at Nicky Rowe High School. During his military service, Captain Flores attended several military schools: Airborne School, Sniper School, Bradley Master Gunner Course, Basic Quartermaster Leaders Course, Multifunctional Logistics Captain Career Course, and Theater Sustainment Course. In December 2010, he attained his bachelor degree from South Texas College. Captain Flores holds the following badges: Expert Infantry Badge, Combat Infantry Badge, Basic Parachute Badge, and Bradley Master Gunner Badge. The following awards that Captain Flores holds are Afghanistan Campaign Medal, Joint Service Commendation Medal, Army Commendation Medal, 2 awards, Korean Defense Service Medal, Overseas Service Ribbon, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal. Captain Flores is married and has 2 daughters. Please welcome Captain Margil Flores.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Dr. Connie Camacho, for the invitation for today's Veterans Day ceremony. Thank you all veterans, students, school staff for being here today. On the 11th hour, on the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918, 103 years ago, the armistice was declared between the Allied nations and Germany in World War I. A war that lasted from 1914 to 1918. A war that ravished the countryside of Western Europe, and a war that saw the United States to send over 2.8 million of their sons and daughters to fight and defeat Germany. On November 11, 1919, President Wilson proclaimed the Armistice Day to commemorate the heroes and the sacrifices of all those that have served during World War I. Every year after that, the United States will celebrate Armistice Day until the name was changed to Veterans Day on October 8, 1954. President Dwight D. Eisenhower issued the first Veterans Day proclamation to recognize all veterans that served and fought in defense of the United States. The United States have fought and defeated those that wish us ill and have wanted to end the very freedoms that we enjoy today. There are very freedoms that we as citizens often take for granted. There are freedoms that our U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights guarantee us. The freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, the freedom of press, the freedom to bear arms, the freedom to vote, just to name a few. Our veterans who have worn the uniform have served in bases like Fort Riley, Kansas, Fort Hood, Texas, Camp Pendleton, California, Norfolk, Virginia, Okinawa, Japan, Camp Casey, Korea, Ramstein Air Force Base in Germany, Camp Virginia and Kuwait, just to name a few. Our veterans have fought in wars and in places like the Somme Offensive, the Montreal Offensive in World War I, Pearl Harbor, Midway, and the beaches of Normandy in World War II. The Pusan Perimeter, the Chosin Reservoir in Korea, the jungles and rice paddies of Vietnam, the battles of Baghdad, Fallujah in Iraq, the battles of Tora Bora, and the Battle of Tarin Kowt in Afghanistan. In a time that some look at his celebrities and sports figures as heroes, We as adults need to remind ourselves and our youth that the true heroes are not those that we watch on TV, but they are here today. They are citizens that have served our country during peacetime and wartime. They have served to ensure that our nation, our freedom, and American way of life were not destroyed by those that wish us harm. As President Kennedy said in his speech to the nation in 1961, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Our veterans you see before you today have answered that call. They have served our country with honor, with dignity, with commitment and courage. And on this Veterans Day and every day, when you see our nation's flag and you hear the national anthem, give it the respect it deserves. Because our veterans have fought, have sweated, have bled, and have seen their brothers and sisters protecting what our flag represents. To you, young students, I strongly suggest to you to abide to the following. Be obedient. Be loyal and patriotic to the grateful nation and the great state of Texas. Always practice good citizenship and patriotism. Do not lie, cheat, or steal, and will always be accountable for your actions and deeds. Honor your authorities. Honor your father and mother. Honor your teachers. You are the future of the United States of America and the great state of Texas. You're the most valuable asset that this great city has to offer. And you need to be prepared to uphold the Constitution and defend the American way of life. Just to conclude, I want to remind you that we live in the land of the free because of the brave. May God bless our veterans, the school staff, our students, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much for your time.
Please give a special round of applause for Captain Flores and all the veterans. And now, the moment we have gathered here today for. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our SHS coach, Ms. Linda Gonzalez.
Good morning, veterans, staffs, and students. Veterans, thank you for granting us the opportunity to recognize your service to our country. I extend our thanks to all the families and students who are watching us online. This event could not have been possible without our outstanding Student Historical Society members. Students join SHS with two intentions: to represent our school in competitive research and give back to our veteran community. As the founder of SHS, I am blessed to have multi-talented students. If you are in SHS, please rise to be recognized. Thank you, guys. Thank you to my students who helped set up for today's event. I am honored to be your teacher. Thank you to all the staff members and parents who made this event possible. Your assistance and support, no matter how big, how small, are greatly appreciated. I want to thank our principal, Dr. Connie Camacho. Like in the military, A mission cannot be accomplished without a good leader. I appreciate your support, patriotism, and dedication to make this event possible. No matter how busy you were, you always made time to meet, ensuring the success of our event. So Dr. Camacho, please rise to be recognized. Thank you. I'd like to invite our Vice President, Pedro Guerra, to come up and share a few words. Pedro.
Good morning and happy Veterans Day. A salute goes out to all veterans. My name is Pedro Guerra. Today on November 11, 2021, it is a very special day to commemorate the veterans who served our country with honor and sacrifice. It is important to celebrate what our American soldiers have accomplished and continue to do so as we go forward as a nation. Being an American contains privileges that we sometimes take for granted, those being the freedom of speech, religion, press, assembly, and petition. Thanks to the many men and women who served our country, we get to cherish these freedoms. Unlike other countries, we have the freedom to voice opinions and contradict. Our veterans have made this country the freest in the world by sacrifice, hope, and tears. It is the veterans that stood up against tyranny, communism, and dictatorship. We all enjoy our social media platforms. We all like to travel without boundaries, and we all love to share our beliefs. Our veterans have given protection to our way of life and ensured these freedoms. For keeping the U.S. free, take a moment to thank veterans by personally showing your gratitude and showing that you care and are grateful for their service. Thank you to all veterans for keeping our country free, peaceful, and strong. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to welcome our SHS Sergeant at Arms, Mackenzie Maldonado, who will assist me with recognizing our veterans and our students. Dr. Camacho. Okay, I'll say the name of the veteran, and our Sergeant at Arms will say the name of the student. We're going to start off with Devin Alvarado, Army Sergeant. Please rise. Student
Isabella Alvarez.
Major Scott Anderson, U.S. Army.
Olivia Greer.
GSM E5, Martin Anaya, U.S. Navy.
Brianna Garza.
Martin Anaya. Senior Airman Michael Ayala.
Ivan Ayaya.
Specialist 5th Class Army, Fernando Cano.
Julianne Villarreal.
Sergeant Juan Antonio Cano Jr., U.S. Marines.
Sarai Cano.
Staff Sergeant Rene Cantu, U.S. Army.
Alyssa Cantu.
Staff Sergeant Raul Cantu, U.S. Air Force. Sergeant Raul Cantu, Army.
Norberto Sierra.
Rigo Cerda. Corporal Osvaldo Cardosa, U.S. Army. Carlos Salazar Jude Perez. Specialist Noe Delgado. Student Asiel Ruiz. Master Gunnery Sergeant Robert Eason, U.S. Marine.
Ian Eason.
Once you have been pinned, you may sit down. Specialist 5th Class Richard Flores, U.S. Army.
Diego Flores.
Captain Margil Flores, U.S. Army.
Frida Mural.
Frida Murillo. E4 Jeffrey Forster, U.S. Navy, and E3 Samantha Ramirez, U.S. Navy.
Jacob Forrester.
E4 Specialist Daniel Garcia, U.S. Army.
Joseph Garcia.
Sergeant Juan Garza, U.S. Army.
Kayla Garza.
Please go to the front, sir. Specialist 4 Ernie Garcia, U.S. Army.
Augie Lopez.
Fireman 3 Roel Garza, U.S. Navy.
Jasmine and Sierra Edwards.
Corporal Omar Garza, U.S. Marines.
Omar Garza Jr.
E5 Genaro Garza, Air Force.
Angelica Garza.
Captain George G. Gonzalez.
Peyton Gonzalez.
Colonel George B. Gonzalez.
Eric Rios.
E5 Carlos Hernandez, U.S. Navy.
Frida Mural.
Frida Murillo. Specialist 5th Class Robert Kohler, U.S. Army. Kay Kohler. Navy Officer Commander Hank Laundrie.
Jonathan Smith.
Petty Officer 3rd Class Nazario Macias, U.S. Navy.
Caleb Macias.
Staff Sergeant Ramon Martinez, U.S. Army.
Sebastian Answer.
Specialist Michael Mata, U.S. Army.
Diego Mata.
E5, Robert Peña, U.S. Navy.
Sebastian Avila Aiden A.J. Peña.
Sabrina, Aiden, Avila, and AJ. Sergeant E5, Arturo Ramirez, U.S. Army.
Aiden Ramirez.
Corporal E4, Jaime Sandoval, U.S. Marines.
AJ Trevino.
Master Sergeant Apollonio Santos, U.S. Air Force.
Kevin Santos.
E5, Matthew Slowinski, U.S. Navy.
Isabella Slowinski.
Specialist E4, Noe Zamora, U.S. Army.
Jackson Zamora.
And I think there's a veteran that came in late. Please wave so we can recognize you. Please come forward and sit in the front to be recognized. Lex, get a chair and put it over here. The chair next to Peyton. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause to our service members who have joined us here today. Please give a round of applause to the Fossum cheerleaders who will be cheering USA Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Fossum Middle School mixed choir. They will be singing Glory, Alleluia, and the Saints Go Marching In, arranged by Greg Gilpin, directed by Ms. Torres, accompanied by Daniel Steeken on piano.
Let's hear it once again for our Fossum Middle School choir. Thank you, students. Before we conclude our Veterans Day ceremony for today, we want to take some time to acknowledge some individuals that made today possible. Beginning with our Fine Arts Directors, Mr. Bruce Brooker-Key, Mrs. Durant. We can give them a round of applause, please. Our orchestra director, Mr. Maciel, thank you. Our choir directors, Mrs. Adriana Torres and Natalie Castellano. I will also call a few individuals. If you can please hold your applause until all names have been acknowledged. We would like to thank our counselors, Mr. Zuniga and Mrs. Cortez, all of our secretarial staff, Mrs. Siboney Garza, Mrs. Liz Garza, our cheer sponsor, Mrs. Laura Zapata, and Mrs. Esme Villalobos. A very, very special thank you to all of the parents that took time out of their schedule to not only help us prepare this event, but also for being here with us today. Our wonderful librarian, Mrs. Prey, thank you very much for helping us get this event together, along with Mrs. Evans, who is our campus technology facilitator, and our yearbook sponsor, Mrs. Castillo. And we can give them all a round of applause at this time. And last but not least, we have Mrs. Sandy Rios. Thank you, Mrs. Rios, for helping us also with your very generous donations and support for this event. We also have, thank you. We also have our art students who worked very hard all day yesterday and even this morning to decorate our sidewalk for our veterans. So Mrs. Garza, if you are here along with your students, if you can stand and be recognized for your support. Thank you. Thank you very much once again. This does conclude our Veterans Day ceremony for today. We thank you for your time, veterans, and most importantly, we thank you for your service. Thank you. We are going to dismiss our students first. If we can begin by dismissing them in sections. And veterans, if you can just please stay standing, or you can remain seated where you are until we've cleared the gym. Thank you, everyone.